Good morning, fellow students. Welcome to the course School Leadership and Management B. My name is Mr. Lucas Kahare, and you see my name and my phone on the screen. So that is my contact detail, and at the end of the slide, there's also my email. So this course, School Leadership and Management B, for the Bachelor of Education Honors Degree and Bachelor of Education in Senior Primary. And those who are doing Bachelor of Education in Senior Primary, they are in their final year and they are doing it in the second semester. And those who are doing Bachelor of Education Honors Degree, you are in your second year, and this is a second semester. So as you see there, I put this paper there. Yes, for you, Bachelor of Honors Degree, second year and second semester, and Bachelor of Education, Senior Primary, fourth year and second semester. So you have the same outcome for this course. So let us discuss a bit about the course School Leadership and Management B. So this course, I think that you did already, for those who are doing School Leadership and Management B, you did A already. So you have fundamental understanding about the School Leadership and Management. In A, you learned about how you can change the school climate, how you can manage the conflicts, okay, at your school, and how can you turn the poor school into a school of excellency, and so on. So now this is another module or course, which is B. You will be learning about communication, how you are going to, effective communication, the channels of communication, and how to manage finance at your school, how, for example, to manage the timetable, how to set up timetable, and so on. So we'll just look at those little bit and bit. So let us look at on our slide. The second slide, those are items we are going to discuss for these contact classes. Exam preparation tips, we are going to talk about it, and course learning outcomes. So the outcomes that you need to focus on for your examination, for you to pass your examination successfully. And the exam samples, so those are just sample of exams, not actually that will come in the exam, but just an example how we should answer the question and so on. So exam preparation, let's talk about exam preparation. So I know that when you did School Management and Leadership A, you were also advised on how to, for example, how to do assignment, how to prepare for the examination. So those are just the same thing. So you are going to look at just in the same way. For example, what you should do to prepare for the exam is that you always prepare the past question papers. Look at the past question papers which has been written by previous students, and also practice questions in the textbook, because you have like exercise book, okay, let me say the study guides. So at the end of the unity there are questions, so try to answer those questions, and there are also answers at the end of the unity, and compare your answer with the answer given in the study guides. And also suggest that you must also contact your tutor, okay, call and just ask how the exam will be, or much, units or chapters will the exam focus on, And for example, how to answer questions in the exam, yeah, you can also contact your tutor. So I will welcome you for such questions. And also you need to have plenty of time for you to revise. You need to have enough time. You have to prepare on time, not like tomorrow is exam, then you try to prepare today. So that will really give you a problem in the exam. So since here we can see that you need to have your plenty time, okay? Please you need to have enough time for you to study. Okay, for example, now is April is exam. So you have to start reading now, okay? Maybe every day, some 20 minutes, 30 minutes and on, so that you can have enough time for your brain to get something. Because what will happen is that if you waste time now and start maybe studying just 1 week or 3 days left for the exam, which means that too much materials plus little time, just anxiety. So you will just be frustrated and your mood will be down that no, I won't make it all this. So which means you have to leave enough time. And also get accurate information. Okay, you make sure that you study the right information. So not that what you are studying is not what is, well, it's not coming in the exam, so it's not good. As I said, that this course are for both, so you have the same outcome. So just look at on the study guide for the school leadership and management for those who are doing honors degree, and the outcome for the school leadership and management be those who are doing education in senior primary. Where there are the same outcomes, start those ones, because you will write one question paper, just one question paper. So that is, you make sure that you do proper research or what to study for the examination. And the next point here is that we are going to talk about the learning outcome. This here, as you see there, I put here, okay, those are the learning outcome which you need to focus or to learn for this April examination. So we are not going to talk both of them, so since we don't have enough time, so this one. So the main thing is that you just have to study the units, both units. They are unit 1, I think they are unit up to unit 8. Okay? They all have the same. They start unit 1 up to unit 8, and each unit has outcomes. And study all those. For example, here, issue of school communication. For example, in your study guide, they explain the aim of effective communication and also the model of communication process, linear communication, or interactive models, and all those. And also in Unit 2, you will be studying about establishing harmonious relation in schools. Okay, establishing good relationship in schools. Since if you are a school manager or even if you are a teacher, how will you establish good relationship with other teachers? And also you will learn about recruitment. Okay, that's a recruitment in school. So you are the manager, then you want to get new staff to join your school. So what are process you are going to follow? Okay, for example, for the advertisement, or how you are going to advertise the vacancy for the school, and then how, for example, and then the shortlist. So how to shortlist, the interview, and so on. So you will learn in those one, recruiting staffs in schools. And also you will learn This is on Unit 4, Unit 5, issue of effective school administration. So you will learn also those issues affecting school administration. You will learn them like the component of school information system and subsystem, the requirement of an effective management information system, and so on. For example, yes, you will learn about so how school can be run. For example, a school need for example, information system. Says the school need computers for you to process the examination papers, the teachers to set up question papers, for you to store marks, and so on. So you will learn all that in Unit 5. In Unit 5, and also you will learn, for example, component of school information system and subsystems. So you have to know that what are those components of information system. You know them and then explain them. Okay, it's very much important on this one. You have to take note of that. And also the time management. Okay, and also the time management of the school. So you must also learn all those things, like the benefit of optimal time utilization. If you use time well, so what are the benefits? All those stuffs, and also stages of time management, how you manage your time. And when you go to chapter 6, efficient financial management of schools. So here you learn on how to manage the financing, okay, the financial status of the school. You know that most of the schools have got problems in managing funds. So there in this unit in Unit 6, you will learn on how to set up financial policy, and also set up administrative structure to manage your finance of the school, and set up the school fund account, and on how to bring in money at the school. Okay, fundraising. How can you bring the money in the school for you to manage the school administration? So you will learn on that on this chapter. So those are, please, all these very much important, and you should be, for example, administration structure for handling finance. You must also know that, very much know it well. And on 7, you will learn about evaluating the instructional leadership and management of the principal. So, for example, school timetable. As you are principal, you must set up those school timetable. Okay, for the school timetable, how the timetable should be. So you will learn in that chapter 7. And also the principal as a managing instructor, how you manage your teachers, learners, and parents who are involving in the academic. And also Unit 8, ways of successful involving the community. So for you, for example, how you are involving in the community also. For example, the community surrounding the school, they are very much important, that they should be know what is going on in the school. And also the role of educators in a union. Let me say this one, how you know that the education teachers have a union. So how you are going to join the union, for example, NANTU and other organizations which speak for the teachers. So there are many issues in Namibia, surrounding Namibia, affecting teachers. So how teachers can involve in union. Okay, so in this chapter you learn most of those stuffs about union involvement. And also from there you will be involving also to set up the school board. Okay, let me say, how can you set up the school board in your school? So school board are also the management of the school. So the community around the school choose some of the elders, okay, who can monitor how the school are being performed and how learners are behaving and so on. So you have to, in this chapter, you will learn also on how to set up school board. For example, maybe set up LRC, okay, set up other members, let me say other management union at your school, like maybe environmental group, maybe science group, social group, and all other, many other things to do. So those are the main things that you will be learning and that are needed in your school. Those are the outcome you have to focus on to study. So they are up to Unit 8, Unit 1 up to Unit 8, and both. I made sure that most of the units there are some questions. Okay, Unit 1 maybe 2 questions, Unit 2 maybe 1 question, Unit 8 maybe 1 question. So you make sure that you master all the content. So if you really start studying now, so this is March, and there are some time. Okay, just a month now. After 1 month, you have mastered all the content of all those units, and you will not have problem in the examination. So, and also study a bit about the assignment. So those questions you did in the assignment, you make sure that you know them very well. Because preferably part of it, okay, you must know all the content. So the study guide is there, and also you are not limited in answering question. You are not limited into study guides only. So you have to read a magazine, maybe educational magazine, newspapers, use internet to read. So if the question is being asked, so it's also, you can use, your experience. This course, School Leadership and Management, is based on practice, not only in theory, but practice. So what you read in the book, you put them into practice. For example, those how to manage conflicts in schools, which you did in A, School Leadership and Management A. So you have to put them into practice. So this is basically for leaders, the principals, the HO, the SU teachers, on how you should manage your school. Read the theory, master it, understand it, and put it into practice to manage the Namibian schools in order to achieve excellency in the education system of Namibia. That is the main objective of this course, School Leadership and Management. So let's now go to the sample of question that might arise, that might come in the exam. Those are just an example. Here we are just going the question and how you should answer the question. Let's look at CAB. They're saying that discuss at least 3 different media through which messages are conveyed. You know that communication is a message, okay? Communication, when we communicate, we send message. How do message travel from one person to another person? Okay? Because there are a lot, but you know that they are here non-verbal, verbal, meeting, cell phone, you call meetings, interviews, and so on. There are many medium in which message travel. So in here, you are just being asked only three media in which message travel. So either you name maybe non-verbal, okay? So so the non-verbal communication is there explained it comes in many ways, such as body language, okay, expression, okay, maybe with hands or just with head. So there are many ways of communication. So you name that types of medium and then explain. Then you come, for example, verbal medium. Okay, verbal medium ways of communication. This is what we call, you explain that it's about face-to-face communication using phone, telephones, radio. And also you call what maybe you names meeting is also a medium in which message are conveyed, in which message are being transferred from one person to another. Okay, so you have to explain how is meeting deliver message, and also interview. How is interview play a role in transmitting information? So those are just, and also email and so on. Those are just an example how you can answer such a question, because there are just three. Okay, you name and then you explain. That is the process. Because here you can see it's 9 marks. So how did this 9 marks play a role? Which means you name that medium, 3 medium, 1 mark each, and then explanation of that medium maybe 2 marks. Okay, that's conveyed into it's up 9 marks. Now there's also some problem solving questions. Example like that one. You are given there. How will you answer such a question? That you are a teacher for a certain subject at your school. Describe how you could solve the problems that might arise when a learner is unhappy with an assessment mark and want to negotiate an increase in the mark. Suggest ways to successfully deal with the problem that might arise. This is solution of what? Conflicts. So you must also, so in such a question, yes, your suggestion, your good suggestion will be accepted. You have to elaborate and explain clearly how you are going to solve such a problem. Maybe, okay, you talk to a learner carefully to let her or he understand the assessment procedure. And also, maybe you might, for example, encourage that learner that no, just improve from this and read more, and the next assessment you make sure that you pass, and many other suggestions. So this is just a problem thrown to you as a student for you to solve. How will you manage? Because this is a practical, this happened in the classroom, practical. And I know that some of you are teachers and you have been teaching for years, and you do experience such problem, and you have solved such problem. Then you can write your solutions based on how you can solve this, so you can get points. So you are not limited into a study guides only, but you are limited into creative. Okay, so school leadership and management is based on innovation. Okay, you have to get new method of teaching. Okay, that is school leadership and management, because the education system is growing and we have to think on how to solve the problem that might arise. So therefore, expect questions that might arise. Maybe it's not part of maybe the study guide, but just what's happening in the school, what you always do. and you have to provide the solution to that. So how to answer questions in the examination is probably better if you read the study guide and you master the study guide, you master it very well, and you know all the units, so you are free. So any question you are able to express yourself, and therefore you can get marks for good ideas, suggestion, and innovation ideas, what we should do to improve the leadership at educational institution. So these are just our contact classes for the April examination. We talked about the tips or how you should study for your examination, and also we talked about the outcomes or the units you should focus on for you to pass your examination. There are 8 units probably in this, in school management B. Okay, for you both, you have to study the outcome, which are in a school leadership management B in senior primary education, and also for the honors. They have similar outcomes. So so the question paper is just one for you for the senior and honors degree education. So you have to study based on the outcome, which have the same similar content. So I thank you very much that you have listened very well, and I wish you all the best for your examination. And please study early, and if any question, please welcome me. I will be ready to answer your questions based on what you want to know in school leadership and management B. Either you can phone me 081 26 37 381, which is shown on the screen, and also my email is there, kahare.lucas@yahoo.com. You can email me questions that may be related to anything related to school leadership and management. So I thank you very much and wish you all the best. Thank you.